Hey, Omnibus collectors, it's Riley. I'm in selfie mode right now. I've got another haul to talk about a lot of books that I've gotten in the past couple weeks that I haven't done a video for yet, but I didn't feel like setting up the tripod at the moment. So I'm just gonna do another POV. Most of you seem to dig what I did with that POV style video, so that I'm not going to say that I'm going to do every haul as POV, but we might see that a few times just to make it easier for me. Anyway, before I jump into the books, I wanted to show y'all something in case you haven't seen it yet. My wife and I have been hard at work at redesigning the site. So if you haven't checked it out yet, if you've never been on there, then I don't know what you're doing. Check it out. The URL is theomnibuscollector.tumblr.com. I added a nice banner, added some links over here so you can check out all these different things. Trying to make it a bit easier. Got my Rodney Dangerfield picture right there. That was my reaction to the Star Wars trailer. So just check it out, and I hope that y'all dig it. I'm still working on it. Everything's not like in perfect working order just yet. Like, for instance, when you click on the banner, it doesn't take me... oh, it worked. It used to not take me back to the home page, so I don't know. And then, I'm going to make more organized, more of a easy to navigate pages for each of these links, and I want to see if I can add more links on there, but it's all about playing with the HTML code and stuff like that, and it's not stuff that I'm terribly great at doing. So anyway, yeah, check out the site again, www.theomnibuscollector.tumblr.com. I hope that you guys dig the way that we organize the site, and like I said, more things are going to come from that. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm going to go over, I've got a stack of all my new books from the past couple of weeks that I'm going to show y'all. It's a mix of new stuff and old stuff and cool stuff and other cool stuff. So here is the stack. It's not coming straight out of the box like the last video was. These are things that most of it I've had for a week or two already. But anyway, starting out, I've got a few books that I picked up at half-price books locations. So these books, I'm trying to move out of the light over here. Freaking this thing right here. Shadow puppets. I don't know, I'm not good at shadow puppets, but yeah, I'm just trying to avoid this stuff over here. Anyway, I picked up some books at half-price books earlier. No! Half-price books, if they don't have them in your area, is exactly what it sounds like. They sell books for half of cover price. Sometimes they're going for above cover price. Sometimes they go below cover price, depending on how rare they are. Some places don't know about rarity of books, so they wind up selling rare books for cover price. I picked up these 3 books from half-price books. 2 of them are X-Men collections from the Chuck Austen run, which I know is not supposed to be the best run on the X-Men, but I did want to make sure that I picked them up so that when I get to that point in my readathon, I don't have to worry about finding them. And this one, the Draco, or the Draco, however you pronounce that, is, I believe, the rarest or hardest to find out of his run. It goes online for over cover price, and they had it for, let's see, the cover price is $15.99 and they had it for like $14.99 or something. It was right below cover price, so they're not overcharging it, and I was like, I'm probably not going to find it for a better price. And then this was another one from his run. This one is one of the other rarer ones. It's a $17.99 book, but they had it, again, not for half off. I think it was like about... Maybe, no, it was half off. It was like $8, $8.99. But online, this one goes for around $11 is what I've seen it for. So I got a pretty good deal on that one. Then I picked up Fantastic Four. This is the Mark Waid and Mike Waringo. Rest in peace, but I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly. One of y'all will probably tell me. This is the first of the oversized hardcovers of their run. It's not as well known that this actually exists. I know a lot of people didn't know that there were hardcovers for the run. Marvel recently did complete collection paperbacks. For some reason, they did it across 5. There might be a difference. Maybe there's some extra issues in there, because I know that there were some parts during this run, some filler issues by different creators, so that might be why they did it across 5 volumes, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that and come back and talk about it later. But yeah, there were 3 oversized hardcovers that collected the run. This is the first one. I got it for, $15, and the second one is the rare one. It goes for about $40 online, and the third one is another one that's pretty easy to find. So hopefully I find the other 2 of those somewhere and don't have to spend a pretty penny on them. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm just going to be on the lookout. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been meaning to read this because I'm a Fantastic Four fan, and this is supposed to be one of the better runs, and I still haven't read it. But anyway, moving on to newer books. This one, now I'm organizing by size, so paperback, hardcover, oversized hardcover, and then I got the absolute at the very end. The first one is paperback this is the Star Wars Epic Collection. This is the first of Marvel's Epic Collections for Star Wars. These Epic Collections are containing the stuff that was originally published by Dark Horse, so none of this is actually part of continuity anymore, officially. But yeah, this is the first of the stuff from the Dark Horse material. It's in the Empire line. There's going to be several different lines for the Epic Collections for Star Wars. There's the Empire, the Republic, the Old Republic, stuff like that. I don't remember all of them, but they've got several of them on the way out, and this was the first one. It collects chronologically, not by the time published, but chronologically by where these took place in the story for the Dark Horse expanded Star Wars universe comics. So we start with Star Wars Republic 78 through 80, Star Wars Purge Seconds to Die, Star Wars Purge The Hidden Blade, Star Wars Purge The Tyrant's Fist number 1 and 2, Star Wars Darth Vader and the Lost Command 1 through 5, and Star Wars Dark Times 1 through 5 by a whole bevy of different creators. So there's some cool looking material in here that I'm excited to check out, because I've actually not read most of the Dark Horse stuff, so it's really cool that they're able to publish these and they're not skipping out on cool material like this. So definitely excited about checking that out. Next, this is Wonder Woman Volume 6 of the New 52 series, entitled Bones. This collects the last chunk of the Wonder Woman run from the New 52. This, I've very vocally said, is one of my very, very favorite titles that have come out of the New 52. Unfortunately, Azzarello and Chang ended their run, and now the book is not nearly as good under the pen of Meredith and David Finch. But yeah, it's a very good book. So it collects just the last 6 issues, 30 through 35, as well as material from Secret Origins number 6. If you've never read this run on Wonder Woman, I highly recommend it. It's really awesome. I don't really want to show that much because I don't want to show spoilers for anyone who hasn't read any of it before, but it is really freaking fantastic, and I totally need to do a full review for the series now, but I really hope that they release an omnibus. My dog wants to go outside, but just so you know, it's storming outside, and he can't stand being out in the rain. So we're not going to let him out at the moment. Okay, and then so that's Wonder Woman. The next part is something that I want to preface a little bit. These are older volumes, but I wanted to build up to them a little bit, because I always tell people I don't like spending more than cover price on something that's hard to find, because I know that eventually I'm going to find it, and sometimes you just happen to be in the right place at the right time, and this was definitely one of those things for me, and surprisingly, I was at the right place on the right time on eBay. Usually, you don't get that from eBay. You don't, unless you come in and swipe in at the last second and get something for a really good price, but this was obviously someone who did not know that what they had was worth a lot on the secondhand market, or they knew and they didn't care, and they were a good person who wanted someone to own these books for less than cover price. So effectively, I got one of my holy grails plus 2 other books that I was looking at getting for less than cover price each. So what are those? Well, let's start with the 2. I'm going to stack my stuff again because it's all fallen. I'm going to start with the 2 that came with it that are not as difficult to find. And then I'm going to show you the holy grail that I found. So y'all probably remember Marvel's Premier hardcover line. That stupid light is in the way again. The Premier hardcover line was these really nice looking hardcovers. They were all black with different colors on the spine to designate which series was collected. Really, really nice. They're standard sized hardcovers, but they were definitely the nicest collections that Marvel had put out outside of their Omnibus collections for a good while. The line was canceled a few years ago, so a lot of those books are steadily going out of print, and Marvel has been doing well to reprint a lot of them across paperbacks one way or another, but some of them are still not reprinted. This one is not that hard to find. X-Men vs. Fantastic Four goes for a decent price online, like $15 compared to its $20 cover price for, as far as I've looked up, for a brand new copy. This collects, there's the 4-issue miniseries, the Fantastic Four versus the X-Men, that takes place, I believe it was after Mutant Massacre. This is by Chris Claremont, so it is a part of that run. I've never owned it before, so I really wanted to get it, and it happened to be as part of this lot of books that I bought, so really excited about that one. The second one during this lot that I got is the X-Men Alpha Flight. Most of this is actually in other volumes that I've got, like, it has X-Men and Alpha Flight number 1 and 2, which are part of the Asgardian Wars hardcover, and then it has X-Men Alpha Flight number 1 and 2 from 1998. Those I don't believe are collected in any of the other stuff that I have. And then it has X-Men numbers 109, 120, and 121, and 139 and 140, all of which I believe are collected across the 2 omnibus that are already out. I think they are. I'm pretty sure the second omnibus goes beyond 140. So most of this is stuff that I already have, but it's a really, nice looking book. So I might hang on to it, and instead of, selling it for a couple bucks or something, I might go ahead and hang on to it because it is nice looking. But the creme de la creme of that lot, without any doubt, was this guy. X-Men, Kitty Pryde, and Wolverine. So this one actually goes for, last I've seen online was about $90 is the average going price for a new copy. This is very clearly new. It's still wrapped. It collects the 6-issue Kitty Pryde and Wolverine miniseries, where they go to Japan together, and basically Kitty goes through some training with Wolverine. This is written by Chris Claremont, so it is part of his greater run. But for some reason, Marvel has not released any sort of reprint of this book since the hardcover. I know it has been collected in that out-of-print Wolverine omnibus, but outside of being in there, there's really nowhere else to buy the volume, and so I was very lucky to have found this. This is a grail for me. This really is a holy grail for me as far as the classic collections, Premier Classics go, so I was extremely happy to find this one. Yeah. But anyway, moving on. Then I get to some more new stuff. On the top of my stack here, I've got Avengers: The Rage of Ultron. Obviously, this is coming out relating to the Age of Ultron. This is written by Rick Remender with art by Jerome Opeña, who joined him for part of his Uncanny X-Force run, and who also did some Avengers with Jonathan Hickman. This story focuses on Hank Pym and the Vision and Ultron, mostly. It's a very good book. I highly recommend it. I actually wrote a review for it on the site, so I'll try to link that in the video so y'all can check it out. I really loved it. It has a lot of good stuff, and it's actually like my favorite thing that I've read dealing with Hank Pym as a character. So very interesting. Moving on, I've got the first oversized hardcovers for both the Avengers and the New Avengers. The Avengers one collects the, 1 through 13 of Hickman's run on the Avengers, leading right up to the Infinity event. And New Avengers collects issues 1 through 12 of the series, meaning it collects the 6-issue tie-in to Infinity as well as the material that preceded it, which means there's a little double dipping if you got that Infinity oversized hardcover, because it has the tie-ins. It also has tie-ins from the Avengers as well. So when the second oversized hardcover for the Avengers comes out, there's going to be some serious double dipping if you wind up picking up that. Hopefully there's going to be Omnibus in the future, but as of now, this is the best way to collect the series if you want to get those oversized books instead of the standard sized hardcovers. Moving on, the penultimate book in my lot right now is The Flash Omnibus Volume 1. I actually ordered this a very long time ago, and I did not get it in the mail until recently because they had to cancel my order for some reason, and it really pissed me off. But I got the second and third ones on in-stock trades after people told me that the first one was going out of stock or going out of print, so I moved on this and found it on Amazon for a really good price, brand new. I wound up actually having to get it through Cheap Graphic Novels. They still had it in stock for a really good price, and it is brand new. There's no scuffs or dings or anything on the volume, so no regrets, and I'm very happy because I loved this run. And then finally, last but definitely not least, the second ever Absolute volume that I've bought. And let's move over to this ottoman so I have a good surface to pull this out. Is Green Arrow by Kevin Smith. So this is some stuff that I've really wanted to read in the past, but as soon as I saw that they had announced this, which was originally going to be a deluxe edition, not an Absolute, but was moved up to Absolute later on. But as soon as I saw this, I decided I would hold off on trying to track down the paperbacks or hardcovers of the run. So this collects the entire series that, the entire run by Kevin Smith with art by Phil Hester. Not my favorite art ever, but I know this is supposed to be like one of the best Green Arrow storylines, so it's just a quick flip through that. It has the Quiver storyline as well as the Sound of Violence, where Smith introduces the character Onomatopoeia. So it's a pretty nice looking volume, pretty good size. It was $100 cover price. Some of the pages do stick together, like you can see that, but it's not bad. Very nice looking book. I cannot wait to dig into it. I've had it sitting on my coffee table for the past couple weeks, and I just feel like cracking in and reading it all the time. Really, really nicely put together book. I'm really happy to have bought this. Really nice looking stuff. Definitely when I read this, I'll have to do a full review for it. But anyway, that's all. And there's Chewie, just hanging. Lazy dog. Anyway, that is all for now. That is everything that I've picked up in the past couple weeks. I don't have anything in the mail right now. I have one book in the mail right now, and it's an old book that I'm not too concerned with, and then I'll be buying some more stuff. I'm planning on getting the Fantastic Four Volume 3 Omnibus, and that's the next thing I know that I'm going to be picking up. Anyway, so that's it for now. That's my big April 2015 thus far haul. Some pretty cool books in there. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing the layout of my new site. I hope that you'll check it out and enjoy it and see all the cool stuff that I have going on over there. As always, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. You guys know what to do. It's part of the thing by now. So just stay cool, keep watching my videos, keep reading comments, and keep on keeping on, or whatever. Keep on trucking.